new family, he began denying he was baby Oliver's father. Watch this.
CJ put me through hell for the past 5 years, but I stood by his side because I love him. CJ doesn't think he's the father of Oliver because I was living with a male roommate at the time I got pregnant. He was just my roommate, nothing more. When I was 7 months pregnant, CJ was making some bad decisions and had to move away for a couple months. I was forced to give birth to Oliver all alone. I've never felt so abandoned in my whole life. The day CJ told me that he was moving back, I got so excited. I waited for him at the beach, and I ran when I saw him. But when we were face to face, CJ turned to me and told me that he didn't think Oliver was his. That day broke me. I was crushed. CJ is my soulmate, and I refuse to give up on us. When I prove Oliver is his, we're gonna get married, and we're staying together forever.
Wow. You're positive he's the father.
Yes, absolutely. 100% positive.
100% positive.
100% positive.
Why does he think he's not?
Because I was staying with somebody else at the time, but I was with him every single day, every day. He was at the house where I was staying at, everything.
So he knew all about this. He knew that you were staying with this guy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And he was fine with it at the time, or he was uncomfortable?
He knew that I had to stay there, that I didn't have no choice because he couldn't support us and give us a home to live in.
You're engaged to CJ.
Yes, I am.
And he's got this denial in him. How can you stay engaged to him?
It's hard. Like, it breaks my heart all the time. Like, I love him so much.
Is he in Oliver's life?
Absolutely. I have 3 children, and he's in their lives. He's a great father. He really is.
You think they look alike?
Yeah, I think they look like. The ears, look at that. The ears, the nose,
Does he
the
question
mouth,
how he looks?
the chin, everything.
Does he question how he looks?
Yeah, he questions it because the blonde hair, the lighter eyes, but I have blonde hair and blue eyes.
What was his reaction when you told him you were pregnant?
At first, he was really happy, and then he started questioning it. But he took me to my first doctor's appointment. He was there for the test. He was there for everything.
But in the middle of your pregnancy...
He ended up going to jail, and I ended up being alone. And what else was I supposed to do? I had to leave.
Who was there at the hospital when you gave birth?
Nobody. My friend drove me to the hospital, 8.5 centimeters dilated, dropped me off at the front door, and I went in and gave birth to my son alone.
Is there a name on the birth certificate?
It has my last name.
Your last name?
Because he was gone.
He was gone. Okay. And so when you reunited, really, you did that thing on the beach and everything?
Yeah. I was really excited. I was happy, you know, finally getting my life back together, my family, how he deserved to be.
And then he denies Oliver.
Then he denied him.
How much arguing goes on?
A lot.
Who does he think Oliver's father is?
My friend that I was living with at the time.
I see. All right, everybody, here's CJ. CJ, come on out.
Really?
CJ.
Seriously?
She forgot to mention that while she was asked how she did admit to cheating on me with him.
No, and that wasn't even around the time frame at all. It was not even with that guy. It wasn't even that guy.
But there was still another guy, regardless.
Not around the time frame at all, and you know that.
I know, we talked about it. And I mean, he doesn't look anything like my, you say the forehead. The forehead, he doesn't look like my kid. He doesn't look like my kid, you know.
When did you start having doubts?
Every time she tells the truth, it's sprinkled with lies. Every time. I've never gotten a straight answer from her. And when you were talking about staying at this dude's house, you did say you slept with him. And you had to because that's what he wanted you to stay there.
No, he didn't want me to. I never slept with him at the same time frame when I was pregnant with Oliver. No, never happened.
I don't even know if I was around her in the same time frame.
Yes, you were. It was around my birthday.
Doesn't sound like a conversation between two people who are engaged.
Like I said, I love her. We'll always have my arguments. I love all 3 of my kids, and I say 3 of my kids, 2 of them aren't biologically mine. He might be, but I love all 3 of them children, and they love me back.
So what you want me to do is read that you are the father so your life can go on together.
I would love that. I would love that.
By the way, when the reunion took place on the beach, pretty romantic?
No, I wasn't. I mean,
I was mad.
You know, at first I came on there, I wanted to restart our relationship up, but, you know, I always had my doubts about, you know, about Oliver, and just because of that, I didn't make it very romantic.
When it comes to one-year-old Oliver, CJ, maybe I can make it romantic. You are the father.
This night sky.
Коста как е, бразина от ритъма ги движи яке. Хаос, няма нужда от кити. Баунс, вдигаме всички. Не влизам слабо, брат ми. Свиркам си жано, брат ми. Навън с порчето си, джази ме брутално, брат ми.